By now, we all know this guy. But who is that woman standing next to him? Here he is again with his comrade, architect Jean Badavici, but who is the woman standing in the shadows? We should know these women. They made many notable contributions to architecture and design, yet their faces and stories aren't well known or widely discussed. Let's uncover these unknown individuals and give credit where it's due. The young woman in the picture is Charlotte Perriand, a French furniture designer. You may recognize this chair. She designed it, along with this one, and many more. But Corb slapped his initials on the line, calling it LC Family. The woman in the shadows is Eileen Gray, a self-taught architect whom Le Corbusier was obsessed with. Corb even defaced her prized E1027 house by painting cubist murals all over it. Here he is doing so in the nude. Perriand and Gray aren't the only ones that were pushed aside by their male contemporaries. Denise Scott Brown was overshadowed by Robert Venturi. Sue Rogers and Wendy Foster were overshadowed by Richard Rogers and Norman Foster, even though they started out as Team 4. At the 2019 exhibition of Soft Schindler at the Schindler House, Pauline Gibling Schindler was celebrated for her act in painting the interior of her half of the house pink. This was an act of rebellion against her husband, Rudolf Schindler. More importantly, it was an act to soften the coldness of modern architecture. Mary Bainham contributed many illustrations and curated the work within Rainer Bainham's The Architecture of the Well-Tempered Environment, yet her name isn't mentioned, not even in the acknowledgements, just merely regarded as My Wife by Bainham. Rainer Bainham fails to even acknowledge Ray Eames and her role in designing the Eames House.
And here, over the ocean in Pacific Palisades, is the house that really taught the world's architecture lovers to come to Los Angeles. The house that Charles Eames created in 1949.
It's shameful that these talented, influential women were suppressed by the men of their generation. Thankfully, their names are now surfacing, giving them proper recognition for their contributions to architecture. With the current climate, social, racial, and political issues, here are some of the women making waves in the movement toward cultural conservation, energy conservation, and environmental building systems in architecture today. This is Jeannie Gang, founder and principal of Studio Gang. One of the projects by her firm, Rescue Company 2, uses a combination of strategies to reduce the building's carbon footprint. This includes a green roof, geothermal HVAC system, and a solar water heating system. The Arcus Center for Social Justice Leadership, a LEED Silver-rated building in sustainability, uses wood masonry along the building's exterior. Wood masonry is a low-tech and inexpensive method of building assembly, yet it reaps high rewards. Cordwood masonry sequesters more carbon than was released when building them, reducing the building's overall carbon footprint. It's like a carbon sponge. Patricia Cully, alumna of Carnegie Mellon University and current senior associate of BCJ, played a critical role in designing the Frick Environmental Center here in Pittsburgh. Using solar energy harnessed from PV arrays, thermal energy regulated through a geothermal bore field, and elaborate rainwater collection and filtration system, this building earned its LEED Platinum rating and Living Building certification. And here's Ann Chen, the principal of GBBN here in Pittsburgh. Some of her works includes the Carnegie Library of Pittsburgh. Some features of this building include LED fixtures, variable refrigerant flow heating and cooling, and a rain garden to control erosion and improve stormwater runoff quality. More notably, this is Tree Pittsburgh, also known as the Giving Tree. Built using a system of building modules, this building was constructed with repurposed materials off-site and brought on-site for assembly in just 3 days. A 3,000-gallon temperature-controlled water tank provides the campus with its potable water, and sensors alert staff when the supply is low. Photovoltaic solar panels on the south-facing roof will provide their power, helping Tree Pittsburgh achieve its net zero energy consumption. These are just a few examples of buildings with our futures in mind, pioneered by women in the field, and there are so many more. The real difference that sets these architects apart from the rest in terms of building sciences is that they keep pushing and innovating regardless of flaws or failures. which is more than I can say for the likes of Le Corbusier.